Hello and welcome back to the Motocross Network. In this video, we're going to be talking about the dreaded story, the one I don't want to talk about at all. That's Austin Forkner's crash and injury. Let's take a look at it in this video, and I just want to talk about how it just wasn't like the rest of his crashes. It really hit us, the media, the fans, and I'm sure Austin, harder than the previous ones. So Forkner has been on one heck of an injury streak over the years. I mean, really since 2018, it has been bad, crashing out of the championship lead.
Just crossroads a little bit right there, but that's just rider error. And I just can't help but think that it was the pressure that Osborne was putting on. It just forced that.
Getting hit by Jet in 2022.
Race of the Triple Crown. Jet gets a little loose. What a save.
I'm surprised at 33.
Oh! Connects in air! As
And in 2023, crashing off the start. With many more incidents in between, it's just been one heck of a half decade for a kid who was certainly going to be a champion and obviously a title contender. In 2024, I personally thought it was going to be a slow, steady rise for Forkner, trying to get his feet wet once again, get comfortable out there, but I kind of lost hope for him. I mean, in Detroit, he shocked us though, coming out swinging. He qualified third, won his heat race, and won the main event with a little help from the first turn crash, obviously, but I mean, hey, that's one heck of a comeback for Forkner. Now, after a couple weeks off, Arlington Supercross awaited. Forkner holds the red plate once again after years. It was now time to see if round one was just a race win handed to him by the pileup or not. Will the pressure break him? He showed up to Arlington, qualified second, won the heat race, and got out front early in the main event ahead of Deegan, who was obviously supposed to be the title contender, top guy. Then, disaster struck. Forkner cased the quad, a little too hard that lap, taking him down on the concrete. A gut punch not only to Forkner, but the entire motocross world. Online, all you can see is media personalities, fans, racers themselves commenting and saying about how bad this was to everybody, how awful it was to watch. So why was this injury different, you may ask? Well, most of the previous ones, we kind of just expected it at that point. You kind of lost hope for the kid. No sight of a future after so many injuries. It was just kind of the stigma behind Forkner. He just seemed to have lost the edge he once had. This time, 2024, Forkner showed us he still has it. Gave us the fans a reason to root for him. I mean, he was faster than Danger Boy Deegan. Not only, obviously, in round one, Deegan crashed, but in round two, he seemed to be faster than Deegan. So this is supposed to be making a good season to watch. So when you see this crash and injury, it was, for lack of a better term, a blue ball to us, the fans, the media, and I'm sure Forkner and the team. I think the reason this one was so much worse than the others, it seemed to give us false hope. We finally got a comeback from Forkner. It seemed to have hopes of a championship battle between him and Deegan. And then him getting hurt in Arlington, it was just the worst feeling in the world. Yesterday afternoon, Austin's father, Mike, provided us with an injury update on Austin. If you haven't seen it yet, here's that. Mike said in a post, "Man oh man, what a sport. The highs are high and the lows are pretty low. So proud of Austin for overcoming the adversity and setbacks that he has dealt with the last few years. I'm confident this is just a bump in the road and Austin will be back on top again." Injury update, Austin's CT scan on his head came back good. Fractured L3 and L4 in back, but no surgery. He has to heal on its own. He has a broken scapula, which will heal on its own, so no surgery. They have been discharged from the hospital and heading back to California. Thank you for checking on Austin. On a side note, Austin said one of his contacts came out of his eye halfway through the race. Maybe that played a part in misjudging the double. Not making excuses, but I feel it played a part. So at least we have some good news coming out of this. I'd hate to see him have another surgery, so at least he had minor injuries from a crash that could have led to a lot more horrific injuries. But yeah, sometimes the sport sucks. You hate to see it, especially a kid who has had nothing but injuries and bad luck in recent years. We're wishing Forkner a speedy recovery and can't wait to see him line up on the gate once again. Let me know how you guys feel about Forkner's crash. Do you feel the same way I do, that this one is different from the rest? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below.